Hi everyone, welcome to Simply Made Fancy. I'm Ruth Angelina and it's apple season. And what does that mean? Everything apples. And I decided to recipe test apple pancakes this morning. Apple picking season has begun, and as you can see, we have a lot of apples. So that means endless amounts of recipes using apples for the rest of the week. And this morning I'm going to be making apple oatmeal pancakes. With all these amount of apples, I am obsessed with my KitchenAid apple peeler and spiralizer. It's a must in our house. So I have to warn you, this is not an exact recipe because the measurements, I pretty much come up with it as I go, but I'm gonna attempt to try to track it down so that I can tell you guys and you guys can follow along and make it yourself. So I'm gonna be using 2 apples and shredded, a cup of milk, maybe a little bit more, and then I have Young Living essential oils Vitality, which is the ones that you can ingest, nutmeg and clove. If you don't have these, you can also use the stuff that you can get on the supermarket that's powder. I did not have the cinnamon essential oil, so I did have this powdered cinnamon, which I'll be using, some vanilla, 1 egg, a pre-mixed pancake mix. I'm not gonna do it from scratch. I buy the Costco big ginormous bag of pancake mix, and it lasts us like forever, like 3 months. And we eat a lot of pancakes in this house. So do yourself a favor, just buy the bag. And then you're gonna need some oatmeal. I also buy my big giant bag of oatmeal from Costco. This is the organic version that they carry. And that's pretty much all your ingredients. I have about a cup of the pancake mix in here, and later on I'll add the oats a little bit after everything is incorporated because I want to make sure that this is mixed in before it gets lumpy when you add the oatmeal. This is where the recipe gets a little bit tricky because I don't measure. I just like start sprinkling, and if I like the color, that's pretty much what I go with. So that looks like enough. See? Something like that. Just put a little bit of that. I'm gonna do it with the powder so you guys can see, because I don't know that everybody can get these readily available. But if you do have these on hand, it's just like 1 or 2 drops into your mix. And clove, very, very little clove. I think I went a little bit overboard with the clove, and usually with the nutmeg as well. Just kind of like a tiny bit. You can go more heavy on the cinnamon as well if you want. I think I might just do that. You can also add some brown sugar if you want to give it a little bit more of kind of that pumpkin pie taste. But I'm gonna be making a topping for it with the sugar, so I'm not gonna be doing that for this pancake. Alright, I'm gonna just put it in the milk. And I'll put just a teaspoon, a teaspoon of vanilla right in there. Sorry, I told you this is not precise. Now I've melted 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm gonna add that to it. I can already tell that I am gonna need a little bit of milk, but I'm gonna reserve that towards the end to make sure that everything is just the right consistency that I want it once I add the oatmeal and the apples. I have to warn you guys, I am allergic to apples when they're in this raw form. And if I have any little cuts or anything, it like will blister and I can't eat them like this. I can only eat them when they're cooked. I don't know how that works, but that's pretty much my food allergy that I have. Now all this shredded goodness goes in here. You can kind of get away with just doing one apple if you want. I kind of want it like a little bit, I don't know, like lumpy and clumpy, the pancake. So I put 2 apples in there. Now time for the oatmeal. I'm starting with half a cup and then I'll see if that's what I like or not. Pretty good. I think I'm gonna add just another 1/4 cup of it. So just about like this. So it'll be 3/4 cup. Welcome to recipe testing today. So I tried one out and I love the consistency, and my husband as well, what the pancake should be. What it needed is a little bit more cinnamon, and we are gonna add some brown sugar to it. So that's about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some more cinnamon in it. I have my griddle going already, ready with some butter. I put it too hot, so I'm letting it cool off a little bit so that my pancakes can go slow, because that's the trick. I always mess up because I'm putting it too hot and I just want it quick. But really, pancakes, you want just slow and steady so that it won't burn and you'll have the perfect pancake every time. While my pancakes are going, I'm gonna make the topping, which is basically just the apples sliced, some butter, let those caramelize, and then I'll top it with some of the brown sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. Are you guys ready for pancakes? Only Maurice and I are eating with the topping because the boys are just having syrup. Let me take a bite. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and that you subscribe, and stay tuned because I have some more apple recipes coming to you.